Maybe the one on the end over there by the... She's a cream puff. He's dead. Some kind of creature nest up here. Oh, little smoke. This thing's got diesel in it. Wow. Hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to Flatbroke Garage. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back. If you're new, you're probably here because of the thumbnail you just saw. I bought a truck on Gov Deals. And I did. So basically this video is going to be to show you buying the truck, how to go through it, and what it is you actually get after you buy it, including auction costs and timeline, stuff like that to pick the truck up. So I'm going to walk you through it and kind of give you an idea of what it is I bought, what you got to go through. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you everything, what I paid for it, auction fees, the whole 9 yards. I have bought about 9 to 10 vehicles from Gov Deals. But of that 9 to 10, about 80% of them have been winners. They've been really good vehicles. The other two, not the best. But I didn't lose money on them because I picked them up pretty cheap, or I traded them for something kind of cool, like the Mustang. If you're regular to the channel, you'll also notice, yes, Ashley's 68 Mustang is in the shop. It has a drivetrain in it, brand new engine, new transmission. There'll be a video coming up, hopefully, the end of October. I'm super busy this month, but me and her driving this car for the first time, I think since the early 90s, this car's been on the road. So that'll be fun. Anyways, back to Gov Deals. Basically, they're a government auction site, believe run by Ritchie Brothers, which is a big auction company for equipment and such. Anything bought with taxpayer money, vehicles, furniture, airplanes, all that stuff. When a village or town goes to get rid of it, it has to be offered back to the taxpayer in lieu of an auction. That's where Ritchie Brothers comes in, or Gov Deals. They take all the assets from them, list them publicly, so the taxpayers can buy the vehicles and or property back. Now, like I said, I've actually owned about 9 or 10 Gov Deals vehicles. Right now, I believe I still own 4 of the 9 or 10 that I bought. And I can give you an update. One of them I've owned 10 years, or going on. It'll be 10 years this December. I'll walk you through each vehicle that I still own, give you the pros, cons, what I've had to put into them, were they worth the purchase. You can also go back and watch, I have another video on a Ford Escape I bought, and the diesel van that I bought that was really not a good win. But that'll be listed at the end of this video if you wanted to see more of the Gov Deals stuff. All these vehicles are usually pretty well maintained because they have been owned by cities, municipalities, power companies, which is the one I got from, which was Volunteer Energy Cooperative, a big power company here in Tennessee. They have been well maintained. They usually have good vehicle histories or logs on them. They may not give them to you, but at least you can kind of see them when you're there. Vehicles I would recommend shying away from are any of the drug seizure vehicles or police seizure vehicles. Pretty much the drug seizure vehicles are not the best. So they go pretty cheap, and they're pretty nasty. So basically scrapper parts, you know, I mean, unless you really want something cheap to drive. And it might not even make it out of the impound yard. So just keep that in mind. Everything else, if you see in the background of my shop here, I have file cabinets. I've bought file cabinets. I bought toolboxes. You name it, you can buy it on Gov Deals. I'll give you a rundown here on their page and show you how to bid and how to do a location search. As for this vehicle, this truck said it made an engine rattling sound and it smoked when started. Now that leads to be a couple things. Could be a timing chain tensioner, could be cam phasers. Smoke, not good. Usually could be valve guides, rings. The vehicle said has 160-ish thousand miles. I'm not sure, I'd have to look. But all in all, it's not that many miles. It's about 16 years old. It's what, 10,000 miles a year. It's really not been driven a ton of miles. Now you can contact the town or village or whatever auctioning the vehicles, set up an inspection date, go out there and actually look and fire them up and check them out for yourself, I chose not to do that because I got this truck so ridiculously cheap, I really didn't think I was going to get it. The only reason I bid on it was I threw a minimum bid on to see what the end results are. Usually you can't see the end prices of the auction unless you bid on the vehicle and you can go back and see what they sold for. I think there might be a way to do it. I've never done it. But anyways, I threw a minimum bid on this thing and I won it. So I'm going to have my buddy Steve, who owns the junkyard and a roll-off truck. We're going to head out to Decatur, Tennessee. That's about 65 miles northwest of me. They said it would drive back, but I'm not too sure. I'd rather haul it back and kind of go over it myself. So we're going to head out of here tomorrow morning and pick this truck up and see what I got. Follow along and we'll see if it's a win or something to trade for another vehicle. Well, here we go. We're on the road to go pick this thing up. My buddy Steve, he so graciously volunteered to run up here with me with this rollback truck because we really don't know how bad this thing's going to be. So we got about another hour to go. We'll get up there and see what I bought.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pulling a lot here. Couple more. It's a Ford. Maybe the one on the end over there by the... She's a cream puff. Yeah, missing the tailgate. Oh no. Oh, the thing fired up and runs great. I didn't hear any ticking sounds yet. But drove it right on the truck. It does have check brake lights on. The heater blend door is kind of making some noise. Got a little bit of rust. There's not a single dent in the back of this bed. But there is dents here. That door's a little smashed. Got a little damage to the bed, but nothing horrible. I think it's a win. What do you think, Steve? You approve?
So far pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad. Tires aren't bad. So got some tread on them. Yeah. We'll look more when we get back. All right, we're all loaded up, ready to go. Drive back to Cleveland, go see my buddy Russ at Hot Rod Guy Garage. I don't know, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. Look at the brake lines on this thing. This tech stuff is too far past me. That's a lot of brake lines. Truck to the house. When I went to pick it up, they had to jump start it, and the truck ran really well. I didn't hear any clanking or clattering. I didn't hear any cam phasers. I let it run for a little while. It got warm, but still no noise. Now, when we were going back, I stopped at my buddy Hot Rod Guy Garage place, and he was a Ford tech. And we're looking around the truck, and he saw vacuum lines broke off for the four-wheel drive, which keeps the hubs locked and unlocked. And I kind of Googled on that, and that makes a crunching and like a crunching and grinding noise because it's the hub trying to engage, but the vacuum is not letting it because it has no vacuum. So I'm going to fire this thing up. I'm going to let it run for an hour, and we're going to take it out and beat on it and see what breaks. Well, here we go. It's the next day, and I want to see if this thing held a charge overnight. If this thing holds a charge, that'll be huge. That means I don't have to buy a battery. And the battery that was in it was just totally dead. We got door chime. Didn't do that before, so. Oh, little smoke. You know what? This truck's got diesel fuel in it. Holy cow. I was wondering what this smell and smoke is. This thing's got diesel in it. Wow. That ain't good. Huh. The truck off and check the exhaust. And this smells just like diesel. See, it's oily. It smells just like diesel fuel. It's oily. I'm guessing somebody either dumped some diesel in this by mistake. So let's pop the hood, check the fluids on this thing, kind of give it a once over. And I got, I think, 10 gallons, 100% gas. I'll dump some fresh gas in here and see if that helps anything. I also have some sea foam to dump in the gas tank and to dump in the engine oil. I'll let it run and idle, flush it, and we'll change the oil. So that should be a good head start. I want to look at those vacuum lines and see if that, if I can get those vacuum lines hooked back up. And, well, the heater blend door's cracking. I think you heard it when I started. They're a pain in the butt, but it's not a deal breaker. They're not too hard to change. So let me get some stuff dug out here, and we'll open the hood, check some fluids, and see what we got in these terminals. Probably a good reason why the battery's dead. There it is, the old 4.6 3-valve. 2 valves are a better engine. I don't know why they went to a 3-valve, but let's see what I got. Look at that mud dauber nest there. Yeah. Boy, it looks pretty over full to me. Well, maybe somebody dumped some diesel in there. So I'm going to dump some sea foam in this thing, fire it up and let it run. 520. We get a pressure washer out, clean that up. Let's see what the air filter's like, if they've done any maintenance to this thing or not. And here we go. Looks brand new. See, like I said, they do pretty good maintenance on these things. A little bit of dirt, but I mean, pretty much. This air filter is brand new. That's a win. You can see the wiring. They had strobe lights all over this thing too. They usually cut all that stuff when you buy them, but we'll see if we can hook them up. Put maybe some fog lights or some driving lights up in there. All the other fluids, everything's at the full mark. All right, we're going to dump some seafoam high mileage treatment stuff into the gas tank. I already dumped one of these cans into the engine oil. Like I said, I'm going to put 10 gallons, 100% ethanol-free gas in this thing. And I'm just going to let it run, get up to temperature. I'm going to drop the oil, put some fresh oil in it, and see how that does. It can't hurt. Now, the engine oil looked a little over full. I don't know why, but it wasn't watery. It was just oil. You know, if there is diesel fuel in this tank, that diesel's going to play hell on the catalytic converters on this thing. So hopefully they're not cooked. We'll have to see. I think diluting it with this gas will definitely help it. Well, I got 10 gallons of gas of non-ethanol gas in here. Seafoam in all the orifices. We're going to fire this thing up. I'm going to let this thing run for about 45 minutes to an hour. Kind of get everything circulating around. We have real good oil pressure. Like I said, you can hear the heater blend door clicking. I think it's right up under here. I don't think they're too hard to fix. But let's go over to the inside of this truck. I don't know what this is in his airbag, but it's sticky and nasty. Dash isn't bad. The steering wheel's wore down to a nub up on top here. Just kind of gross. I mean, instead of this drink holder thing, it's guy actually chewed tobacco, which is really gross. So we got spit and goo and DNA all over that. Kind of same deal here. That looks kind of rough. Door panels, like I said, wore out. Seat covers tore up. They sell covers for these. I don't know. It's got a divot missing here, but not horrible. It's your basic work truck. Some guy drove this thing to work and didn't really care. I don't hear any noise coming out of this engine. Nice and quiet. So it only smokes when you first fire it. Like I said, that diesel fuel smell is still in the air. Get this thing turned around and like I said, get the oil change here in a bit. See what kind of joy comes out of the paint. You can see in the back here, it's just basic nasty, you know? Not horrible nasty, just nasty. Headliner. Needs headliner. You know, what do you want? I think it's cheap. Well, here are the broken vacuum lines that come off the left wheel. You can see they attach over here to these two lines. So I got some connectors. We'll see if we can connect it. But then as I'm looking, I see another line broke off. I don't know where that came from. You have to dive around and look, but we'll try and get these other two patched. See if that helps, and if I have to, I'll plug that. See if oh, there it is. I see it. It's right there. Oh, yeah, that's the main vacuum. You hear it hissing? So that's the main vacuum for the 4x4 that's hissing. So we got to fix that and those two. Awesome. A set of these universal vacuum connector kit thing. I don't know if these are too big, but it says it's 1/8 inch. Yeah, an eighth to an eighth. Give those a shot, see if they fit. There we go. I got the connectors on, and there is vacuum, so maybe that'll fix the hubs and get them to unlock so you don't sit there and click and ratchet. Now about ready to change the oil, put some fresh stuff in. Well, I've let this thing run for about half hour, 40 minutes, and I left the air conditioning on high, and the air is actually getting cold. It's just intensifying the smell. But it's got the ABS traction control light on. I think that's the sensor for the hell. Look at that thing. That thing stung me or something. Man, did caterpillars sting? Son of a pitch. Everything bites you in Tennessee. Huh, where was I? I don't know. Wow. Maybe I'm just a wimp. I don't know. The caterpillars sting? Put them down there in the comments. Huh. Oh, new problem. Went to drain the oil, simple thing. I had to double the wrenches up. That drain plug was in there so tight I had to pry it off. And now it's not coming out. It's stripped. It's just sitting right where it is, spinning, letting this watery oil out of here. I'm going to let some of that drain out because it's only like 1,000 degrees. And we're going to see how bad stripped that plug is. That's not good at all. Ugh. Other than that, though, I don't see any leaks. There's a trans pan. Oil pan. I mean, it's clean under here. There's a little leak on the front differential there. I don't know if you can see it. But this truck's really clean. Took a hit on the exhaust. Transfer case is clean. Tail shaft is clean. Tell you what, this truck is pretty nice shape, except for a stripped plug. What the hell? Alright, let's just let that drain. So while changing the oil, I came across something by luck, I noticed. I think somebody did this purposely to change the oil filter. As you can see, the fan shroud down here, and this thing can blow up into the fan. So I brought some zip ties. We're going to zip tie that back up. I also noticed, I think there's a power steering line. It's wet, but it's not leaking. So I have to keep an eye on that. Other than that, I mean, this thing is dry underneath. There's no other drips other than what I spilled from taking the filter off. Here's the vacuum lines for that four-wheel drive engagement system. Everything else seems okay. So the other ones they did, we're going to have to take this for a test drive. What sound was that? And see if this thing clicks anymore in the front end. But I think we're going to be good. So let's zip tie that thing up and I guess head this thing out on its maiden voyage, or at least a distance. Well, the oil's changed. I kind of took some of the DNA out of the cab. I did go out and get license plates for this thing, and I am insured. So I want to be sure I can do that before I go for a drive, but I got pirate tags. How cool is that? Tennessee offers pirate tags. So I think I'm going to pull this trim piece off. They had a pickup truck cap or something on here with a back door. You can see where they had weather stripping and this flap that's screwed into it. So it's, and the screw holes up on the top here. But I'm going to get me a tailgate, I think. Wow, walnuts are falling, or acorns. Get this piece of metal off, and yeah. Oh, she came off. No. Well, they do got it glued on. Yes, they do. There you go. Great stuff. Yeah. Get in the garden. Right. And like I said, I'll take a look at this. If you want this, you can have this thing. There you go. Look at that. That's a pretty heavy. Look at that. Got aluminum base on it. My neighbor Don insisted that we get all the sticker residue off the truck and we wash it before I take it anywhere. He said it's only proper to do it this way. So, looks like we're going to wash it. There you go, man. You got it down to a system. They didn't cheap out on the glue, did they? The numbers came off. That was your false sense of security. As soon as you go to the real door sticker, it's going to fight you. Well, I'm going to give this engine a wash down here and make it look a little better. Get rid of the hornet's nest and stuff in here, but can't hurt. Tidy it up a bit. Well, I think that looks a lot better. Still dirty, just better. Get the old battery terminals cleaned up. Started blowing some of the paint off the inner fender. That's not good. I hate water-based paint. This is all that water-based stuff. Does not like pressure washers. I also found out that pressure washers and coil packs don't get along. So I ended up soaking a coil pack and having to buy a new one. We got the truck pretty much cleaned. I got these hazy headlights. That's just a clear coat on them going bad. So I took a little 2000 grit to it and just scuffed it up. It won't last. They fog up pretty quick, but I mean, it looks good for now. So we'll hit the other side and give me a matching set. I mean, that's a heck of a difference there. Well, the truck is pretty much cleaned. I mean, a lot of the gross stuff is missing. Here's the drink tray. That was all full of just tobacco, spit, and drool. The airbag, I guess I checked it out. This must have had stickers on it at one time. And they put some kind of solvent or something on the stickers to get rid of them. You can see they scraped them. And that ate off whatever that tan paint is that Ford used. So I don't know what I'll do with that, if I can find some tan paint or something. I also noticed, came across the vehicle registrations for this. Now this was plated in 24 and the plates expired in January 31st of 25. So they ordered new plates. There they are. They never put the tag on this thing, or they never put the sticker on the tag. So that kind of tells me this truck has sat for 20 months without being on the road. Now, they might have driven it around their yard. They had a pretty big facility, but I don't think this vehicle has been on the road in 20 months. I could be wrong, but you drive around without a sticker on, I don't care who you are, you're getting pulled over. So that was kind of interesting. That was still in the glove box. Other than that, the seats cleaned up real nice. I scrubbed them real good. Pretty happy with that. The headliner still needs some work, but yeah, all in due time. All in all, oh, I put a steering wheel cover on it, get rid of more of the DNA and weirdness. I'm happy. I'm happy. It cleaned up good. Air conditioning self-healed, and the truck quit smoking. So it's a win. We do have to worry about the ABS stuff here. Let me fire it up. Check it out. Air conditioning goes right on. Turn down the top here. No more heater blend door clicking. These lights, I scanned them. It is a ABS control module. So I need to replace that, and that should take care of all the warning lights. Well, I kind of got myself cleaned up here. I got the truck cleaned up. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to put the camera on the mirror there and see if this thing smokes. So let's see. Fire it up. See out the mirror. No smoke out of the exhaust. I got to run out to North Carolina. So I'm going to reset my trip thing here. It's about 295 miles round trip. Let's just get in this thing and drive, see how it does. The air conditioner is kind of not working. I don't know, we'll give it a minute. But hit the road. Filling this thing up and ran it down till it was almost empty. So it's got about a 20-gallon tank. Well, all right. I'm just about home. I've gone 376 miles according to the trip odometer here. Truck's getting 17.8 miles to the gallon. That's not bad. It's actually cleared up. It's running a lot better than it originally was. I do think that was diesel fuel in there. When I get back, I'm going to show you what I paid for this thing and the fees and stuff that were involved with buying it. What I have to put in it, because I do think I need a brake control module. And basically what I've paid for the other vehicles and what I still own. So follow me along till I get home and I'll give you the end results. All right, so I'm back home, kind of chilling out with the dogs. See them there? And let me give you a quick idea how GovDeals website works, or their phone app works, if you've never used it. Kind of interesting. Like I said, you can while away the hours on this thing. Here's your basic GovDeals phone app website. you can kind of see they got their categories here where you can click on stuff that you want. You know, anything from backhoes to books, manuals, boxes. It's kind of neat. If you want to go to a location search, you click this, hit location, and you enter your zip code right here, which is 60025 is Chicago. Hit 25-mile radius search, push that, and it'll bring you up everything that's for sale within 25 miles of that zip code. So you can click on, let's see, one with 4 things. And there is an Econoline bus, to a wooden table, to a chair, to another Econoline bus. Kind of gives you an idea. You can get all sorts of stuff on here. Airplanes. Go to closing today. Here's auctions all over the country that are closing today. There's a Freightliner. I don't know why the photos aren't loading. But, oh, there you go. These are all just items from all over the country. Kind of neat. So definitely, if you want to look for some cool deals or just waste some time at work, this is the way to do it. Hit Gov Deals up and take a look, see what they got. Well, here we go. This is my Gov Deals fleet of white. And the odd thing is, I hate white vehicles. But I'm also cheap. So the first vehicle here is my 1995 Jeep Cherokee XJ. I love this thing. There's a bunch of videos of it on my channel where I've done some upgrades. It's got a 3-inch rough country lift, got a Mr. Gop bumpers, Badlands winch, got some driving lights on it. We've done a bunch of work to it. This Jeep is awesome. I bought this thing with 53,000 original miles. Now, it had sat for 7 years. It came out of Colliersville, Tennessee, Parks and Recreation. It did need a lot of work. We had to trailer this home because it sat for 7 years. Everything rubber on it had to be replaced. Brakes, radiator, it needed a bunch of work, but still, I paid $1,300 for this thing, and it's one of my all-time favorite daily drivers. This thing is great. When you live in the mountains, 4-wheel drive, winch, a must. This is one of the first vehicles I've ever bought on Gov Deals. Bought this 9.5 years ago. I just checked my paperwork on it. I paid $890 for this. This is a 93 Chevy 2500 HD or heavy duty. So it's got the heavy duty rear end in it. It's got the 5.7 or 350 TBI with a 4L80 trans, air conditioning, plain Jane truck. It crank windows, rubber floor mat. This truck, I have moved all kinds of stuff. When I moved from Wisconsin down here to Tennessee, this truck hauled all my stuff. Now, over the years, the engine got tired. The heads were shot, valve guides were shot, and I ended up buying a crate motor. So right now, this truck has a TBI crate motor in it with only about 40,000 miles on it. It's been an awesome truck. The most expensive one I ever bought is this one. This is my 2010 Ford Escape all-wheel drive. This is my wife's car. Mrs. Flatbroke Garage loves this thing. We've owned 3 of these. Now, I bought a hybrid version of this from Gov Deals, identical to this, and we owned it for about 6 months, and the brake system went out in it, and hybrids are really expensive to fix the brake system on. Now, it still ran and drove, but I sold that thing. I think I paid $1,800 for it, or $1,900, under $2,000, and I sold it for $25,000. This one I ended up paying $3,900 for it. Came from Richmond, Virginia, and they had just put brand new Wrangler tires on it, brand new brakes. Really, really good vehicle. We've owned this one 3 years now. 2 years, 9 months. I bought it with 150,000 miles. Like I said, $3,900. The auction fee on this one was about $400. That brings us to this one. Right now, my all-time favorite. This truck I paid $2,600 for, which is a steal. The auction fee was 12%, which brought it up to about $300. So I'm in at $2,900. Where can you find a four-wheel drive F-150 for $2,900? It needs some work, yeah, I'm going to admit that, but come on, guys, $2,900. I love this truck. It just did almost a 400-mile drive. The air conditioning, the blend doors have kind of self-healed. You fire the thing up now, and the blend doors don't even click no more. The smoking has quit, but it does need a ABS sensor. So, you know, I threw a little money at it. I'm going to put a tailgate on it, some new tires. But this is a good one. I really like this truck. If you guys have ever bought anything from Gov Deals, let me know. Because like I said, you go to my playlist, you'll see I bought a diesel van. There was an F-250 diesel. There's some other stuff in there I didn't really win on. But, you know, you gotta take some losses. So as always, thank you so much for watching my channel. I truly appreciate you guys sticking around, following the stupid stuff I do. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. There's also a new hype button for the first week. You scroll over on your phone app where the thumbs up thing is. There's a thing that says hype. You can hit that a couple times. And what that does is it gives us little channels, you know, a spot in the big YouTube world so we don't get overlooked. So if you enjoy the channel, like I said, do that. And as always, thanks for watching. Ashley's car is coming up sometime soon, but the engine's in it. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you.